So hey, I'm Mike from 3D Autosports, and this is kind of a first edition of something we're trying to work on. We're doing this engine swap, and for the most part I have no idea what I'm doing. I enjoy what I do. I've done some light motor work, I've changed out cams, I've done fuel pumps and all sorts of things, transmission swaps, etc. I've never done a full engine swap. We raced this car here at Road America in a chum car race a couple weeks ago, and we were severely underpowered. It is powered by a naturally aspirated non-turbo 4-cylinder POS, and we desperately need a lot of power. And luckily, we have some extra engines off here on the side. This is basically the story of how it all goes together. Hopefully, you'll be able to maybe learn something, mostly learn from our mistakes of what not to do. So these are the motors that we have for this engine swap. I know we have a couple extras here because we can't get all of them in here, but this is the actual motor that we anticipate going into the car. This is a 5.0 block from an 89 Mustang. It was actually fresh rebuilt, got off of eBay. I originally purchased it for another car, but ended up not going with it, so I've been basically just taking up space in the garage for years. So we cracked it open to make sure everything was good with it. It still has a cross hatching in the piston walls, or in the cylinder walls, and it looks really good, so we're kind of excited about getting this one buttoned up. Recently off of Craigslist, we found this guy. This is I think an 86. I haven't looked at the actual numbers yet. And this is a 5-liter with the standard stock carburetor that came with the engine back in 86, I believe. And so it has all the kind of the fixings we need to go with the carburetor build. We're not actually going to use this carburetor. We're going to send this in or buy a new one, probably like a 600-ish CFM, because we don't want to dump a ton of fuel in it, because if we're going to go chump racing, we need to go for endurance. So we don't want to, shoot ourselves in the foot and just burn through a ton of fuel. So we're looking at using this motor because it has the intake manifold and it has a lot of the front end components that we can still use. Hopefully the water pump is still in good working shape. Alt-air, all the goodies, air conditioner, we don't need that. So all this hopefully goes here on this, and everybody's happy. So anyone a fan of roadkill will instantly know that the first thing you do if you're going to do a motor swap is you can take the hood off. So that's what I'm about to do. And I know that from experience, this is going to be fun, especially by myself. There's two other guys that own the car together. It's late, got nothing else to do. So I think it's a good time to start wrenching on the car. Also, to make life a little bit more easier, just jam these old bolts back in here so I don't lose them. Today I don't expect to get the motor out, so let's try to make life easier for me tomorrow when I try getting this thing out of here. So stuff like getting the radiator out of here, maybe getting the air cleaner off. Oh, you gotta see this. Let me get you a close-up. This here is a creation that our buddy Paul made. He decided to use some Kentucky chrome to build this little intake here, so all the air could go right in the front, right on through. He panned the bottom with some tin, and then we were trying to figure out what to do with the top, and so we just used duct tape to just kind of finish that thing off so we get non-turbulent air into the engine. but it worked pretty good. I mean, we didn't blow up, so.
I hate this part because every time I do it, I have to go to the bathroom afterwards.
So I've got a 10mm here, and we'll work the brackets off the top of this thing, and that should pretty much allow this thing to slide off after you get the rest of the plumbing kind of detached from it, and get the plug undone from the fan. Okay, we got an issue with this bolt, or the screw off of this clamp. It's about dead, so I have to actually get a wrench on it. Use one of the other clamps to establish what size it is, but let's see if we get this on here, get this off. Here on the water hose, we have the temperature gauge, and it still worked really good, so I'm going to see about possibly taking off the hoses here, and maybe I think we can reuse them and attach them directly to the 5-liter. So, not really sure, but I think I can do that. So what I'll do is I'll detach here, and that way I can just put this off to the side and we can reuse it later. Nope. She is on there. So, plan B. Holy cow. Well, so far everything's gone really well. I still have a few things more connected, but I'm going to call it a night. I have the power steering lights connected, and the throttle linkage is still in there. And I also have the line going to the starter, so I need to pull that out. Everything went really well. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them in the comment section. We're looking forward to actually getting this out. The probably next video will be us extracting the motor, and I'm sure in the next coming videos you'll see us starting to build up the 5.0 and get it in here. Also, we'll be prepping the interior or the engine bay, getting it painted and cleaned up. But I had a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to actually getting a real engine in this thing. So I'll catch you guys next time. Piece of cake. Oh.